Welcome folks, how are you doing tonight? We're back to art streams and we're doing a little commission for tonight. Welcome folks, great to have you here y'all. Who's here? Sunken Moon, welcome. Brero, Babs, Anna, hi Anna, who just upgraded her tier on Patreon. Thank you. And Sean and Soras here, Stephanie. Trashy, welcome folks. Louz. Great to have you guys. So we are working on a commission that is, it's not the base tier of the commissions, it's like the full story tier. But today what we'll be working on is just like one part of that, like the image part of it. But I'll try to explain a little bit of the story as we go. It is sci-fi-ish, but with the image we're not focusing on like that much space stuff. It's gonna be focused in on the termites. But this essentially takes place in an asteroid that they're mining that is a huge dead tree. Kind of an Yggdrasil type thing. A huge dead world tree. And they're going out there and mining the amber. They I don't think they know that it's a tree, but yeah, it's populated. They just think it's an asteroid, but it's just the remnants of this. And so we can see there in the corner, that's a piece of art that already exists for that world, and we will be representing the kind of the monsters that appear in this asteroid, which are giant termites, very appropriate for a huge rotten tree. Been doing so much shit the past few days. Can't wait to sit down and chill. Yeah, true. You're just like starting uni, aren't you? Birthday present came in the mail today. A bear skull and a crocodile skull. Damn, that's so cool. The Valdevia earthquake. Yeah, Valdevia with an I is in Chile. I think it's Chile. It's a region somewhere in South America. And yeah, it's a lot of people misspell my name as Valdevia with an I because it reminds them of that region. But yeah, Valdevia is not a word. It's just my surname, valdés-hevia. If you didn't know, like I'm about to blow your mind. My surname, valdés-hevia, I just like mushed it together and now it's Valdevia. It's stupidly simple. Space termites are no joke. Massive tree kicked up into space by the K2 extinction event. That would be fun. Welcome to the misspelled name club. Yeah, my username gets misspelled a lot. That's fine. A lot of people also misspell megalomorpha, which I guess is on me for choosing a really complicated name for my main series. A lot of people spell it megalomorphia with an I at the end. I don't know how that happens, but I've seen it multiple times. I don't know. Hey Genjis. So let's get into Photoshop here. This, just so you guys have an example, this is one of the commissioned pieces of arts for this world. It's gonna be for a tabletop RPG story. So yeah, really cool space stuff, and this would be that surface of the tree. So since we're seeing it from this, you know, it's gonna be hard to see that it's a tree. It's just gonna look kind of like an asteroid when you're close, when you're sitting on it. Megalomorph is not complicated. It is a bit complicated. I could have chosen a simpler name, but I'm really bad at names. Naming things will be the end of me. Guilty of misspelling Megalomorpha. It's fine. You're fine. It's on me, honestly. I should have chosen a different name. I feel like if I ever like put it together in a book or something, I would probably find a better name for it. Like a more book-like name. It can have Megalomorpha somewhere in it, like in the subtitle or something. I don't know. We'll see. There is an in-world reason for Megalomorpha, which is the only person that like sits down and studies them is, which you can see in one of the stories, not going to spoil it, but coins the name for them. And it's literally the only person that has like coined a name for the whole species. I figured let's just name the series that. That's like the only real name they have. Should have called it Big Bug Sweep. I should have. Are baby Megalomorpha called Minilomorpha? Have you seen baby Megalomorpha? They're huge. They're bigger than you. Don't be mean to me. I'd pick up a book called Megalomorpha. Well, there we go. Hey Pyro. Okay, so I was just doing a quick search. We started a bit late today because my partner was working in the next room over and I didn't want to bother her with sounds. She had stuff to do. Important surgeon stuff. While I'm here just goofing with my art. Oh, also, let me show you like just quick updates. I don't want to feel like shilling too much, but it's something that I'm actually excited about. I got some new stuff for the Patreon, and I'm making some stickers. This is a sticker sheet. I will show you the physical stickers. They're currently in the printers, so hopefully I'll have them by the end of the week, which means I'll be sending the postcards and stuff a little bit later this month, but it's because of the stickers kind of holding up the queue. But yeah, I got this sheet in the printer. It's really large. Like this is an A3 size, which is like you know, like the standard sheet of paper, 2 of them. Like half of this would be a standard sheet of paper. So the biggest one, which is the Googly Owl one, would I'm slightly afraid that it might not fit into the envelopes I use. They're large. The idea is for if you don't know the Patreon, the first physical tier will get you a postcard every month, and for the second physical tier, which is the 3rd tier, it's the assistant researcher tier. Apart from the postcard, every month you'll get a random one of these. So you'll get one of the bug statues, this bug, the Fresno Nightcrawlers, those count as one. The California Dark Watchers also count as one. You get Mark, you got the Alfredo, you got a Fractal Fish, you got like a best hits kind of thing here. How big? Let me show you. Okay, so you see the postcards right behind me. Actually, I got another one here, just so you have an idea. This was the last postcard, right here, regular postcard size. So the Googly Owl one would be about as tall as this postcard. So it would be more or less the size of the postcard, the entire Googly Owl one. The other ones, well, you can compare it close next to them. There are some bigger ones, there are some smaller ones. But I figured I'd keep the sizes a bit, a bit different, so they can be used in different places. I'll definitely use a few. Put them here. They're vinyl too, so they should be pretty resistant. So this is literally like a last call. If you want the stickers and if you want one this month, if you're undecided and want to wait a little, it's fine. You'll get one at the end of next month, but you're in the last few hours of the month of August. So if you get it like right now, you will get one I'll send one with the batch I'm sending out this week. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the end of next month to get one. And you also won't get the postcard. If you also get this month's postcard, which has Terry the Meat Planet on it. But ask for Patreon money for Christmas. You can get a full year in advance, which I know some people have gotten as like Christmas gifts for other folks, which is really, really sweet. Back in Christmas, someone told me, hey, someone just got me money to get a full year of Patreon, and that was really cute. Wisp of Life, thank you for the follow. And Rwanda, and Ricky, Sonny, and I think that's all the ones. I'll send you a free one. I'll send you Googlia. I think it's appropriate. Or it can be T. Alfredo too. Whatever one you want. If I had the Boba Tea Weevil, I would send you that, but no sticker for that one. As of now. Okay, let's go into the browser, shall we? And I just had a couple searches open for termites, because I figured I'd get ahead while I was waiting to start and do just a few quick searches. It looks like Adobe Stock has a bunch of free ones that could be good. Terry Cheeks mouse mat. That's incredible. Can you get those like those mouse mats with the ass thing? Can you get those printed? Can you get a custom one of those? Because I can make like a couple as joke gifts. Postal service to Russia wasn't absolutely nuked. Oh yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I send all the cards through like regular mail, because that allows me to, you know, like keep costs lower, which makes you like, so you guys have to pay less too. And because most of the money I pay for this whole thing is shipping, so yeah, just send them through regular mail. They take a while to get there, depending on where you live, especially like some countries that take like quite a long while. But keeps carbon emissions lowest. If I'm sending out a bunch of stuff every month, and it kind of piles up over time, at least I want to like not feel terrible about the carbon emissions I'm creating. So yeah. But yeah, some postal services kind of suck. Depends on the country. I've had a lot of problems with Mexico. Would it be possible to get the sticker PNG so I can print it myself? Sure. DM me about it, and I'll we can figure it out. I can send you like the files with the vectors, so you have like the full sticker sheet, and you can just send that to a printer, and they should be able to just print it in vinyl. But yeah, send me a DM, and we'll talk about it after the stream. Full of carbon emissions. Maybe that is why the Fresno Nightcrawlers are so hard to find. It's climate change. It's always been climate change. Okay. The soldier termites are really, really cool if you've never seen them. So have you guys ever seen termites up close? I think it's not something not a lot of people are familiar with. But termites are really, really interesting looking. The small workers look like this. And oh, there we go. There's workers. The soldiers are the ones that have the darker head here. But depending on the species of termites, they have huge heads sometimes, which is extremely funny. Like, they're so weirdly proportioned. And then you got some with wings and stuff. But I think we'll do a bunch of workers, like these ones. And then like one big soldier, like that's about the size of a dog. While the workers would be like the size of a rat. Found a website that appears to offer custom file uploading for mouse mats. Send me that, lads. You guys like my meme? Oh, well. Symbiotic relationships. Perfect. Free stuff for clouds. I'll take that. I'll take that symbiotic relationship. I love that you're the what's the name of these birds? The one that clean the alligator's mouth. Hard to read some of the text. Memes are better the harder they are to read. It adds texture and flavor. Also, these are termite nests, right? These weirdly, I don't know exactly. Hold on. Oh, termite nest is so weird. I love them. They have a chimney on top. They're wild looking. Oh, we could have this somewhere, maybe in the background or something. Wisp, welcome. Yeah, I've seen those casts of ant nests. They're very cool. Hey, hold on. Termite nest on sale. 53% off. Let's make an impulsive purchase. Oh no. No. That's not the right site. God damn it. I just wanted to buy a termite nest. Okay, let's go back to this. There was an image here. So is this like the leftover wood? Or is this something they build? Because that's interesting. Buying termite nest live on stream. As one should. Should I DM you the custom mat link? Drop it in chat for all to click. Feel free to drop it in chat. Let the guy have his nest. Can put it in the background of the stream. It would be nice. Okay, so I'm saving these from Adobe Stock. Honestly, Adobe Stock has become a better and better resource. They used to not have free images at all. And then they started having some free images, but they had just a very, very small selection. And now they have a ton. And they have really good quality stuff. Like what people will usually do, I guess the photographers who will upload to Adobe Stock, they will upload a whole series of pictures and they will make like a couple of them free. So this one, for example, if you go to the rest of the series, the other ones are paying, but they can entice you with the free one and then show you the paying ones. I guess it's better for the photographer too, right? Gets them more people to look at them. So to me, it's great. It's more free images. Epic prank, buying termite mounds and sending them to my viewers' homes. I take my patrons and send them a postcard, and instead of being a postcard, they open the envelope and termites come out and infest their whole house. Epic prank. Google algorithm better not begin recommending me weird shit. Custom 3D map. Oh my god. Yeah, we need to make this one with Terry. Like, Terry occupies the whole thing, and then there's two massive cheeks. I'm saving this up in the other my other screen. I remember, at least to make a mock-up, because it would be a funny meme. That's a bad link? No, it does send you to the right place. It is a long link, but that's fine. Okay, and then we needed to do a swarm of the small ones. So I figured, let's take these. I was also looking in Pixabay and stuff. There's not a lot, but I figured I'd look anyway, because you never know. Unsplash also didn't have anything, or barely anything. It has some cool wood, which I downloaded. I got this one. These are not even termites anymore. These are bees. I hope for absolute Christ the first time viewer joined to see you looking at anime boob, Matt. I really hope so. If you are that person, welcome. We're normal. We are regular. Okay, I was also looking in iNaturalist. There's a bunch of termite images here. Oh, that's goopy. I hate that. Y'all nasty termites. Okay, we can get these small ones for the swarm. I think we'll kind of treat the swarm as more of a texture and focus on a really big one that kind of towers over the rest, and that looks a little bit scary. There's an archive in the basement with ancient texts and artifacts open to the public. You need to go there and find the most cursed stuff. Oh, this one's just kind of nasty looking. It's like slightly spiderish with the shape of the legs. I like it. Did you guys know technically termites are a type of cockroach? I'm not kidding. I thought it was a completely different family of insects. No, they're like inside like the cockroach family. They're just like highly specialized. While cockroaches are like generalists. These one's highly specialized. And are not loners like cockroaches. You have a campus art museum? Damn. Cool uni. You got a bunch of the small ones. I really like the ones with big heads. I think they look kind of goofy, but in a good way. They look like, you know, a character builder or character generator. When you have sliders and you just kind of push the sliders around to the limits just to see how big you can make the head. That's what it feels like. Yeah, if we need ancient texts, we need to talk about ancient texts. We will just summon Stephanie. We will just emerge. There is a nuclear reactor on campus? Hold on. Okay, there's definitely like a storyline here. There is a cursed basement with strange artifacts and a nuclear reactor. Like, you can definitely combine these two things into a cool story. Nuclear ghosts. I don't know. There's something there. I don't know what it is. There is something. Ooh, termite queen for me. Whoa, hold on. Is this a termite queen? This thing? Is this the abdomen? And that's the body? This is wild. Oh my god. "40-year-old termite queen?" Oh my god. The poor thing's just so stretched. Hey Iota. A massive abdomen, it's so cool. It's apparently the safest nuclear reactor in the world. You're okay for now, exactly. Yes, queen, lay those eggs. Yeah, oh, they're gnarly. I absolutely love queen termites. I didn't even know they looked like this. We're learning so much today. Live for several decades and grow up to 30 centimeters. Oh my god. Sito, hey. They have funny proportions overall. New point redeem icons? They've been there forever. I mean, you might see them as new because I turned them off and on for the last stream. Oh, okay. Termite Queen might be interesting. I wonder if Wikipedia has more. It came in at a funky time. Termite soldiers. Yeah, the funky head ones. I love the soldiers. The soldiers look very cool. What? Oh my god, this is gnarly. It's like looking at a cursed specimen. It is too huge. When you see them next to the other termites, it's like, yeah, it doesn't surprise you that much. But when you see a full one, some species of termite have case members that explode in defense of their nests. Oh my god. Termites are fascinating, honestly. For the queen just detonates. A word in Spanish. I guess termite is kind of boring because it's termita. But queen is reina. So this is una reina termita. Variety of case members. Nice. Yeah, I definitely want to do the soldier for the big one and then like a swarm of the workers. What the client said in terms of size is like the big one around dog sized and then the small ones are about rat sized. This is, mind you, this is going to be used for a tabletop RPG campaign, so there's probably like some stat blocks and stuff for them. So we gotta keep it into that like realistic size. Go back into Photoshop. We got a few pictures, so we can start with that. Some termite mounts align with the magnetic field. Really? I'd link the archives and nuclear reactor websites if I were to worry about doxing myself. Fair enough. No need to link them. We're meant to be doing Morkborg prep. Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. I really like this one for textures. Is that when you can't remember a verb in Spanish? Improvisar, adaptar, o ver cómo. I have seen people do that, and it's very funny. But it happens in other languages too. I've seen people, Spanish people, trying to speak French and just kind of making up the French words as like as if they sound right, and it's always funny. Oh yeah, the flying termites. Yeah, that's like one of the types they can have, right? Seasonally grow wings and fly around to fuck, and then the males die and the queens become overly overhung. That is wild. Termites are wild. It is going to be for a game of I don't recall what system it was. I think it was Starfinder, which is a like sci-fi Pathfinder. But it's a how do you call it, like homebrew world. So that's what we're doing. So it's not a commercial type of commission. It's for a private game. Which, hey, if you're gonna be one of the players for that game, I guess you probably don't know because I haven't given you enough information, but don't spoil it for the rest of the players. Yeah, I've heard Norwegian and Swedish are pretty easy to translate, or to, if you're Norwegian you can understand Swedish quite well and vice versa, right? I say that as someone who knows like 3 words of Swedish. Okay, really like this as the main one. Okay, here's the idea I'm having. Using this one as our kind of our main base here, and having the workers kind of crawl around about this size, just like making a little swarm or something. We make this just to make it feel less like it's a macro shot of a small thing. We make we change this into rocks and like wood textures. And then for the background, we have the void of space. Maybe with some, you know, like a planet or the sun behind. I don't, not the sun, but this solar system star just shining behind, this sort of thing. Like very spacey kind of thing. And we can have some of the environment peeking out from behind the scene. So we could have a horizon line. We could probably do the star over the horizon instead of over the termites. Norway is full of dialects. I can make it a bit tricky. Fair enough. Norwegian. Read a book in Norwegian, understood like 95%, so you're correct. Nice. Frederick grew up in Fresno, California. Went to Spain with his grandparents and tried to use his California white blood street Spanglish to get in, and it did not work. I love that. The street Spanglish. Yeah, Spanish people tend to be, are famously really bad at English. in general, in Europe, the worst places, if you want to speak English and have the locals understand you, the worst places are Spain, France, I think Italy and Greece too are fairly bad. Italy might be a bit better. And also, I guess if you come from outside the UK, some places in the UK, you probably won't understand what they're saying. Depends on where, though. So that's my idea. Having a bit of the planet background show up. We could have termite nests kind of pop up in the background. Kind of like we're in the termite zone. Sorry for my bad sketches, by the way. Just want to get an idea of what we're doing. This is pretty much going to be the right size. Ooh, so close. I think Danish is pretty hard to understand for the rest, for like Swedes and for people from Sweden and Norway. I think Danish is, you know, Swedes like to make fun of Danes a lot, so they say that speaking Danish is like speaking Swedish but with a potato in your mouth, which is very funny. And thank you for the save reminder. Okay, so we got this pretty good base here. Have the main subject locked in, and we're gonna pick up the whole rock. Gonna have space in the background. Just curious, when you start working on your com, I'm thinking either Friday or Monday for the stream, if you're available for those. Heard that from a Danish perspective, Norwegian sounds really sing-songy. Yeah, both Norwegian and Swedish are pretty like sing-songy languages. Okay, we'll definitely have to do something about the blurry areas. I kind of want to just get rid of these. We'll definitely reduce the problems later on, so. Okay, I can just do like a rough cut. And then use the hair tool to bring back some of the detail in the edges. Hey Carrie and Blazes. I would make inner ferret help, JJ. It would definitely be a funny prank to pull on the client. Hey, so I just had a different idea midway. And don't learn Russian. My sister's been learning Russian for like a year now. And she really enjoys it. It's a beautiful language. I really like how Russian sounds. Taskmaster TV show has a great task where they get someone who speaks in a foreign language but can't understand the contestants. They have to interview them, try to tell what they're answering. The Scandinavian ones had an Icelandic speaker at the interviewee. As far as I know, Icelandic sounds like really close to what Old Norse would have sounded like, which is very interesting to think about. But yeah, my sister's learning Russian, but probably not a great example because she's like actually insane and just learned Japanese on her own for fun. And now she's proficient at Japanese, plus knowing Spanish, French, and English. So she's on her 5th language. What a nerd. Absolute nerd right there. Let me do a quick... One of those people, yeah. But hey, she landed a job, in great part thanks to those language skills. She landed a job for the Estonian embassy in Japan, which is such a weird, like, how did she even land that job, right? But yeah. Finnish Taskmaster had... How do you know about so much about Taskmaster, Laz? Have you watched every Taskmaster? Remember something somewhere classifying bees as fish for legal reasons? Really? It's like how otters, I think it was otters, are technically fish, according to the Christian religion, because it was a trick that I think it was on Fridays. People don't do it anymore, but you couldn't eat meat, and people started like getting around it with technicalities because you couldn't eat meat, but you could eat fish. So at some point, someone decided that aquatic mammals were technically fish, so you could eat them on Fridays, which is very funny. California court classifies bees as a type of fish. Oh my god. Bees are both people and fish, therefore bees are mermaids. Can't argue with that logic. I don't really understand what's going on here because the light is so strong. But yeah, since everything's so blurry, we kind of have no other choice but to go with a manual cut. We'll probably polish the edges a little bit in, like, once we're done with that manual cutting. But sometimes the classic, you can't beat the classic of just cutting something the good old way. Sometimes it is the best option. Are birds reptiles? Technically, yeah. They are dinosaurs. Yesn't. I feel like it's pretty arbitrary when you start considering a group, like its own group or part of another one. I feel like birds are definitely as their own group, big and varied enough that you can probably classify them as their own thing, separate from reptiles. But yeah, they are technically reptiles. Someone made a playlist of each country's version. That's how you know about all that. I was wondering where your encyclopedic knowledge of Taskmaster came from. Especially considering I've never seen Taskmaster. Like, it's not something I'm familiar with. So this will kind of make some wonky edges and some artifacts like these, but it also turns this fuzzy, not great edge that I made into something a bit more workable. So with a little bit of prodding, this should become a pretty good edge. We even have the hairs come through, which is a hard thing in hairy animals. You often kind of lose them in the selection. Birds are in the clade Dinosauria, which is distinct from reptiles. Classification is important. It is? Huh, they're not technically reptiles, dinosaurs? Fun fact, hyenas are feliforms. They're closely related to cats. Oh, bears, seals, otters, raccoons are caniforms related to dogs. And cetaceans are related to even-toed ungulates. Okay, deer, giraffes, pigs. It's so weird. Very weird to think about. Especially with the cetaceans, because they feel like so much like their own thing. I don't know, the evolution of whales is very interesting. I love it. Whales are extremely fucked up. Like, you guys ever stop to think about how whales are so fucked up? I think about it too often. Like, what's up with the baleen, the little hair thing that they have to filter, specifically in the baleen whales, the ones that do have that. That whole like hairy thing they use to filter. Like, just imagine this like on yourself, because it's a mammal that's fairly close to us. It's essentially like a mustache kind of growing into your mouth. It sucks. I hate it so much. Whales are probably some of the most cursed beings alive. That's what they get, choosing to live in water. Traitors. That's what happens if I don't trim mine. I hate that. Whales are body horror. I hope that's not an unpopular opinion, but I do believe firmly that whales are a type of body horror. Like they de-evolved their back legs. They don't have them anymore. A lot of them completely removed their teeth. They don't need teeth? How fucked up is that? Also, y'all ever think that whales are still mammals? So they still produce milk. So whale milk is a thing. It's just all so fucked up. I don't like it. Dolphins are also fucked up, but I think whales are like one more level than dolphins. It's a pearlfish is a type of fish that lives inside the booty holes of sea cucumbers. No. Thank you for the save reminder. Dolphins are all whales, though. I mean, they're cetaceans, but they are not whales. Whales are a type of cetaceans, and dolphins are another type of cetacean. I might be wrong about this, by the way. I probably am. Dolphins are classed as toothed whales? Well, egg on my face. Didn't know that. So yeah, we'll put dolphins in the body horror bin, I guess. I feel like toothed whales, they don't feel as fucked up to me. It's specifically the non-toothed whales, like the humpbacks and stuff, that are very strange. They feel strange to me. We need a qualified biologist in chat. Where are the biologists when we need them? Toothed whales have melons on their heads. Yeah, it's I think we were making the mermaid, and someone sent a diagram from Wikipedia that felt like really insulting. Like all the things that were marked on the diagram for what a toothed whale head felt like insults. Like it points to a part of the head and says melon. It's very good. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. This is the one from Wikimedia. From Wikipedia. I love this. Junk melon. Just like incredible. I love that. But this is body horror, isn't it? It's just it's body horror because it's so close to us. You can kind of morph a human skull into looking like this and imagine how a human whale would look like, and it would be very fucked up, right? But it's like, you know, this is the skull. The brain is in here, and then you have this horrible, like, bunch of sacs covering most of the face. But I love junk melon. It feels like insulting to the whale somehow. But yeah, every time, I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but every time you see some like diagram of the anatomy of some mammal, I can't help but imagine like how this could technically be, like, you could take the same bones as a human and stretch them into this horrible shape. Like, horses as well. Horses are body horror. The fact that they walk on a fingertip, and they're, most of what we see as their leg is technically a fingertip, and I don't know. It's the worst. Any biologists in chat? We need you. Okay, so we're gonna need something for the background. Something for the top here, like this little, the top of the mound, to make it not blurry. We will need some termite nests, and I think that's mostly it. Bloodworms are amazing. Some have teeth that are made of copper. Bloodworms. Oh, these guys are fucked up. What's wrong with them? I love them. Bloodworms. A deep sea worm. It's not some supercharged intestine parasite. Thank God. Bunnies have no paw pads? Really? No beans? You ever heard of a scaly foot snail? Oh yeah, they look like lava snails, right? Those red and black ones? I think that's the one you mean. Okay, so for the background, I feel like we can use, what do we have? This one. And this one. I really like this one because, like, a bunch of dead wood, essentially. And if we can integrate this into the environment, being that the whole asteroid is technically just a bunch of dead wood, that would make sense. Never noticed that rabbit feet don't have paw pads? I didn't. I guess I haven't interacted that much with rabbits. The violent giraffes too, swinging their heads. Oh yeah, that must pack a punch too. I would not mess with a giraffe. Oh, they don't. So it's just hair? It's fully hair? That's messed up. Bunnies chatter and rub their teeth together when happy. It's referred as purring? Yeah, giraffe heights are messed up. Have you guys seen Prehistoric Planet? By the way, we're talking a lot of biology and stuff. Prehistoric Planet is this documentary by the BBC where they rendered some absolutely beautiful dinosaurs, and in their most like modern and correct take, and did some like speculative biology stuff with them too, and there was some giraffe references as well, some giraffe fight references. Look at a vampire snail. Vampire snail. I need to see that. Wow. So cool. Good character design with this one, Mr. Snail. They're so large too. It's incredibly realistic. It's so beautifully done. They're goth snails, yeah, they are. Okay, so I kind of cut a simple background so we could possibly use it behind here to create some depth. Bunnies obligate nasal breathers, so they can only breathe through their nose. Interesting. Vampire crab. I think every animal that has vampire in their name is gonna look cool as hell. Like, there's a vampire squid as well. There's a vampire crab. They're very cool. And some cool color scheme. You know, look at vampire squids, y'all. Like, absolutely goth. I love them. Is it octopus? Yeah, not squid. What should you get for dinner? What do you have in your fridge? I guess are living in, if you're living in the dorm, then you probably have not that much options. Yeah, true. You're gonna cook, you're gonna order. That's important to know as well. Okay, I really like this texture. I don't know exactly where to add it. Maybe in the middle, kind of in between the two layers. And we kind of create a floor with it. No, I don't want to overstretch it. Shitty uni food. if your niece watching the stream. Can you imagine? The Nicobar pigeon. Whoa. Really cool. Cool color schemes. The closest thing to lasagna that's offered. Good luck. Lars is really excited about Nicobar pigeon. Okay, just doing a quick cut here. Just to figure out if this texture works. Oh, we got a lot of pigeon enjoyers in chat. I was not aware of this. I keep learning new things about chat. Fun fact about pigeons. Homing pigeons are the fastest bird in sustained flight. Can outrun a peregrine falcon in a straight chase. Really? My favorite homing pigeon event, or a favorite, or like at least an interesting one, is the fact that supersonic flight apparently confuses the trajectories of homing pigeons. And once it just happened that they were doing a competition with homing pigeons from the trainers were from England, and they went over the channel to France to do a competition, so the cross-channel competition to see, like, you know, one of those pigeon competitions. And one of the Concorde flights, so is it Concorde? Those supersonic passenger flights that existed for a while, that usually went from France to the US. One of those passed right before the homing pigeon competition, and apparently all the pigeons got lost. Nobody's really sure why, but yeah, all those pigeons kind of vanished. They probably like interpreted the supersonic thing as an approaching storm, is one of the theories, and just out of instinct they changed the trajectory and got lost eventually. Or at least that is what I remember about that story, which I heard years ago. English racing pigeon ended up in America because he landed on a boat. What an adventure. Okay, I want to add some texture to this. Maybe get a landscape shot. Something sunset. Something around the sunset. And combine the landscape shot with the... I guess it should be a really clear day, right? There's no atmosphere. No, so, I guess I should take space pictures. Just go out and take them, you know, as one does. I'll go to the NASA website and take pictures of a sunset seen from space with no atmosphere in the middle, which will really help set the tone, like kind of like space tone we need. Let's see. Let's go to NASA. Just knock on their door. Hi, NASA. Okay. Let's see if they have something on the sunset. Okay. Ooh, sunset in Mars. But Mars does have an atmosphere of sorts. So it's not like they're void of space. These ones are really cool. They don't really work because again they depend on the atmosphere being in the middle. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, oh, something like this is actually not bad. Because we need the sun seen from space with no atmosphere in the middle. It's like unfiltered. Because it looks totally different from the sun seen with the atmosphere in the middle. And this is supposed to be an asteroid. There is no atmosphere. I don't know how the termites are surviving, by the way. It's sci-fi, it's fine. Sci-fi is just space magic, if you think about it. So something like this would also be good. The lens seems to be a bit dirty, but here we have Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. That is cool. The pigeon enthusiasts have taken over chats. We can do nothing about it. Thankfully, NASA has a bunch of beautiful pictures. Okay, this one, I think we used this one in Ocean's Commission, didn't we? Or at least it was something really similar. Yeah, we're talking about pigeons and space. What is this? Ooh. Feels like some kind of creature, some kind of space creature. It is cool. What could this be? Space shuttle projects. Oh, a comet. We could have that in the background. More Earth observations. This one could be cool. It's just like the sun kind of cut off at sunset. We should remove all the traces of atmosphere, because obviously we're in an asteroid, there's no atmosphere. Ooh, this one's kind of small, but it's going to be background stuff anyway, so. Absolute spheroid. Wow! That's so cool. It is the real bird orb. The Borb. This one's cool as well. Take that, flat earthers. Ooh, look at the Earth setting. Or Earthrise, I guess. Okay, that's the last page. Let's see, let's go back to Photoshop. Oh, also hi, Jesus. I have been bit in the titch by a swan once. You have to tell us more, Sombrero. Yeah, I do agree that secretary birds are really cool. I think we can have the sun kind of setting behind here. We'll have to figure out something for the edges here, but we'll kind of leave it half done for now. We just want to set where things are going to be. That was a local park near a lake. There was a pair of black swans there. One decided to go attack my mom, so I went and stepped in front of it. It reached into my jacket and bit me in the boob, but I didn't budge. So I got kind of intimidated and just sadly waddled back to the water. Honestly, that is absolute Chad move right there. A display of dominance. One might say. I love it. So, I'm kind of tricking the view here a little bit. Combining these two images. There we go. That way there's no atmosphere in the middle anymore. They didn't flinch at the boob attack. I have met my match. Exactly. And yeah, I'm putting the sun here also because, as you can see, the lighting on the termite and everything, it does match that. Also, I'm just going to go to the termite and I'm going to remove the blues and the cyans and the greens, essentially. Everything that isn't termite color, I'm gonna remove it. I guess it's mostly going to affect the background, but there's some edges around here that have a lot of green in them. Oh, thank you for the saver matter. Thank you, Sombrero. I think my main concern right now, we still have to add the swarm. My main concern is making this look more planet-like. Because right now it looks like a bunch of dead wood. And it is, but we gotta make it feel more like a planet, or it's an asteroid technically, but planet-ish, so that we can show that this is in space, you know? It's just a big asteroid. So let's see. We have this thing here. Some stars, that's important. I guess we could have more of a horizon line in the background. So the big chunks here, we could combine them into mountains. Yeah, okay, let's go to our regular place. Let's go to Unsplash and look for sunset and mountains. Hey, Aethris. Also, I guess we would get this sort of vibe from everything in the background. Or it looks more like silhouettes, you know? I like these mountains. To combine them with the wood. They have some nice textures. The color is not that important. Kinda just want them for the textures. Ooh, this one has a sunset that's really close to what we need, actually. Learned about the stream because Sora said in the Discord that they can't talk in here for some reason? Oh. Oh, well. Sora's back, thankfully. Twitch stopped being annoying. I'm glad. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? Word in Spanish. Oh, the word for mountain, since we're editing mountains here, is montaña. If you've ever heard of a little place called Montana, that's actually just a misspelling of montaña. They just removed the squiggle on top of the ñ. Because Americans can't pronounce that. Say hi to Oki for me. You can be a messenger pigeon once again. We were just talking about pigeons. Pronounce the exact same way as Spanish. Oh yeah, because you do NH for the same sound as ñ. Trying to see how I can combine these mountains and the pieces of wood into something that sort of makes sense. First of all though, I'm going to take these pieces of wood, since they're supposed to be like mountains in the back. And a mountain. And Italian, same pronunciation, true. And in France, it's montagne. Not exactly the same, but fairly close. Nice. English speakers not knowing how to pronounce anything when they see a diacritic, yeah. It's very funny for me to sometimes pronounce, like when I'm doing these streams, since I don't want to code switch in my head all the time from Spanish to English. I just have like my brain is in English mode, so sometimes I'll kind of have to pronounce a Spanish word with the English pronunciation, and that's always like funny to me. Like, I don't know, we have sombrero right here, and sombrero is a Spanish word, like undeniably. But since it has cucumber next to it, it's like sombrero. And it sounds so like pretty wrong to me. Or mosquito. Mosquito is so funny to me. You have an entire accent. The left one is using a single word in the whole language. Really? Just in that word? That's very interesting. I'm so sorry, you're fine. No worries. My brain gets fried when people put random Cyrillic letters in place of Latin ones. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen folks do that. Okay, I'm trying to make the lighting make a bit more sense. Hopefully. I won't go that strong with the sunset, I think, because then we won't be able to see anything. And that's not good. So we'll just fudge with the lighting a little bit. Trying to see the Corns logo, spending 4 minutes thinking, who the fuck is Koyan? Oh, the backwards is R, yeah. Also, yeah, iota, links are fine. Is that... Oh, a song with all the diacritics. In French, some words are gendered differently depending on the region? Really? Which ones? We are trying to mix together rock and wood, but since this is a background thing, hopefully we'll make it work. Oh, in Quebec, of course. Had to be Quebec. Hey Anna, what did you get for dinner? French has an interesting numeric system. Oh yeah. Yeah, French is messed up with numbers. Specifically the French from France. Other variants of French are better with numbers. But you have it's all right up to 60. Then 70 is 70. So 60 is 60 and 70 is 70. So it's 60-10. Then you get to 80, which is 80. It literally translates to 4. Well, the word is 4, which is 4, and 20, which is 20. It's literally like, instead of saying 80, you have a word that is 420, all one word. So you have 80, and then you get to 90, and you're like, oh, what are they going to do now? So instead of finding a new word for 90, even a weird one, no, they just put a 10 after 80. So it's 90. So if you want to say the word 99, you would say 99. 4, 20, 10, 9. Are you getting this? You guys taking notes? Pierogies? Pasta with stuff inside? Close enough, close enough. Fun fact, 6 in Swedish is sex, yeah. And what is it? Piss is kiss or something? No, kiss is piss. What was it? I forget. There was something with piss in Swedish. And kiss. Yeah, the word kiss is piss, yeah. Fuck numbers in French, I refuse. But that's only in French. From France, maybe Quebec as well. Belgium is... Belgium, I think, still has 80. But it has, instead of saying 60-10, they have a word. I think it's 70 for 70. So they have a word for 70, and I think another one for 90. And the French Swiss, so the part of Switzerland that speaks French, has a completely normal number system. So they have 70, 60, that's normal, like French, like France French. Then 70 for 70, 80 for 80, and 90 for 90. I don't know if that's the same one as Belgium, but I know Belgium still has 80. Swedish lesson time. Slut is end, yeah. I've seen that. I always laughed about that one when I was in Sweden. Gift is marriage. And gift is poison. Kiss is piss. Prick is dot, yeah. And bra is good. Yeah, oh, you'll hear bra like a million times. Every phrase. Jättebra. Something's going on here. Oh, it's the sun. Fish in Portugal means cool? Oh, it's spelled different. Oh, something really strange. So, if you know Spanish and you've ever heard a Greek person speak, you'll probably be very confused because Greek phonetically sounds really, really similar to Spanish. So, if you know Spanish, especially like the Spanish from Spain, and you hear a Greek person speak, it sounds like a Spanish person speaking gibberish, just like making up words. But there is one word that we figured out with a Greek friend that I had, I met while I was in Erasmus. The word cuñado is exactly the same pronunciation and same meaning for Spanish and for Greek. And it's the word for brother-in-law. So brother-in-law is cuñado in Spanish and it's cuñado in Greece. I think it's complete coincidence. I don't know. It might actually be like a borrowed word. We never got around to finding that out. I was watching Stranger Things season 4. There's 2 Russian characters that speak Russian with a heavy accent. They also speak English with a heavy accent. And they kept switching between languages and I was dying. Oh my god. Yeah. For me, it's Breaking Bad. Every time they show the Spanish speakers in Breaking Bad, and they're supposed to be like Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever, and they speak in an accent that's clearly someone who's been born and raised in America and has learned Spanish as a second language. Gus Fring, I don't recall the name of the actor who plays Gus. Tried really hard. Fantastic actor. I love his performance. Nothing against him. But his Spanish, they just should not have made him speak Spanish in that show. He was not good at it. And it pulled me out of the show so much. It's still a great show, but that specific part, it pulled me out so much. Like, You should just, if you're gonna take an actor and make them speak Spanish when they're in that, like, you know, that drug cartel scene, just get an actor who's a native speaker, right? They'll also have a more convincing accent when they speak English. It turns out they're both from the same Latin word root. Cognates, yeah, interesting. But it's funny that even today they still keep the same pronunciation. What are space termites? What's that? What you can see right here. Struggling to make the background and try to make this tree mountains and stuff. So I'm mashing a bunch of stuff together to make a background. We have the termite already in place, kind of our main subject. And then we'll have a bunch of smaller termites around, kind of swarming. Oh, from the Latin word cognatus. I thought you meant they're cognates, which, yeah. Really interesting. So there are cognates from the word cognatus. I love that. Language is weird, y'all. As usual, we end up talking about language in these streams. Keeps happening. I'm wondering if this specific sunset here feels too much like it has an atmosphere in the middle. Like, there are mountains and stuff which I like, but they shouldn't be blurry, right? Because there's no atmosphere. We're in an asteroid, not on a planet. The ones where everything is spoken in the native language, like in Apocalypse. Yeah. The new Predator movie, they apparently had, or at least planned to do a cut of the movie that was completely spoken in Native American languages, and then I guess they didn't. They probably didn't have the funding for it. It would have mean shooting the movie twice. But that would have been amazing. I say that, I haven't seen the movie, by the way, but I just like the idea. The elements in the background can be blurry. Yeah, but that would make it feel too much like we're taking a macro shots, and we might want to make it feel like it's, you know, about the size of a dog. So we don't want to have a blurry background for that. Word in Spanish. We already did montaña. Oh, a sunset. A sunset is una puesta de sol. 3 words. You get 3 by 1. Puesta de sol. They have a native language dub. Yeah, but I don't like dubs. Excité is I'm horny. Yeah, that's true. But you can also use it for not excited in the same way as English, I guess. And I guess these mountains have snow, but they're gonna be basically shadows. So we're probably gonna be fine. Also, should we give it... I guess it's an asteroid, so it's gonna be pretty small. So even from the ground, you can probably see the curve. Take that, flat earthers. Flat asteroiders. Yeah, the word lust is want. Yeah, I remember learning about that. Yeah, busy as fuck. Yeah, which is the same word as kiss. French is a horny language. I think we can all agree. The horniest of languages. Good for them. Good for them. Can give you a link to watch to save some doubloons. Do send that over to the Discord. I guess, yeah, it's a public thing, but it's fine. Maybe to the DMs. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the blurry bits. I agree with that. Just didn't get around to that yet, but yeah, that is planned. Embrasser can mean kissing and embracing, yeah. So I can make this pretty dark. Oh, there we go. Learned French and hasn't used it in years. You know, it's never too late to come back to it. I'd recommend maybe watching some shows and stuff in French. Helps your brain like keep up to date with the language. Well, I think you're a bad influence. Probably. Je suis une pomme de terre. You're a potato, so quirky. I love pomme de terre as a word in general. It's like someone presented the concept of potatoes to the French people and they were like, what is this? My mind cannot comprehend it. So they had to call them earth apples, which is so silly. First time I heard any amount of Portuguese was an American speaking Brazilian Portuguese with an Oklahoma accent. Oh my god. Spanish in school for 6 years and only remember no hablo español. Thanks teacher had snuck away into the math room and slept through the classes. Oh my god. Love me some dirt apples. So there's a whole story that if you're not subscribed to Tasting History on YouTube, I recommend it. It's a great YouTube channel about food history, and they have an episode on potatoes in France specifically. They make a French dish, a potato-based French dish, and he explains how people really didn't like potatoes at first, and you know, they thought they were unhealthy because it was something that poor people ate, so it had all these stigma associated to it. And there was one guy called Parmentier who had to kind of like started a campaign to popularize potatoes and to make people kind of accept them. And now a bunch of French potato dishes are named after that guy. The guy who made potatoes popular. Historically, wasn't plum and apple in English used more broadly to refer to any fruit? Possibly. That would make sense. There's also the history of the word for pepper. For specifically like bell peppers and stuff. So in Europe, before they found America, the only way to make your food spicy was black pepper. And black pepper was one of the most popular spices. So when they went into Central America and found spicy peppers and bell peppers and stuff, to market them to the Europeans who are not familiar with them, they called them Indian peppers. I think was the original name. Eventually that just got shortened into, bell peppers, and then it just became a type of peppers. But originally it was the Indian peppers to kind of familiarize people with them, because their only experience with them was black pepper. Pineapple in French is ananas, but pineapple is pomme de pin. Pomme de pin, yeah. Oh, pomme de pin and pomme de pin, yeah. Oh, French. So quirky. Any other textures we can use? It's kind of intermediate textures. Right in between here. Maybe we can repeat the one we used for mountains. Just change the context for it a little bit. And like parts we didn't use either, because this part just ended up being kind of blurred out. And thanks for the save reminder. You toggled the camera selection. Where is it? Never realized that peppers in the spice and peppers in the vegetables were completely unrelated. Yep. Had always wondered what the connection was. It's pure marketing. They wanted to make Europeans used to the concept of peppers. Last day of the month? Maybe for you. It's already September over here. It has rained today for the first time since we moved in here. It was weird. It was like, so I come from a very, very rainy region. Asturias in the north of Spain is, I guess people who don't really know Spain don't really get that the north of Spain is really green, really humid, and really really rainy. It's not what people are used to when they think of Spain and they think of a, you know, dry hot place. The south is, and the center is, but not the north. So I come from a place that's basically as rainy as England and as green as Ireland. And yeah, I was so used to rain being like this commonplace thing, and then I moved to this place where it basically never rains. It's really strange. By God, Henry, these vegetables come pre-spiced. I love that. You should try and force yourself to sleep. Let's be awake early tomorrow. Go on a camping kind of thing. Ooh, enjoy that. Go sleep. I compel you to. Hope that works. Same for Portugal, yeah. Okay, I'm trying to find something to take the place of this blurry area in front of the termite. And this little mound over here, we haven't used it anywhere else, like it's covered everywhere else, so we can reuse the same texture once again. Pretty useful. We'll be gone till Sunday. Sounds like a nice, relaxing escape, lads. Hope you enjoy it. Shout out to Pillbogs who have millions of different names, yeah. Roly-poly, woodlouse, cheese logs, slaters, butchie boys, millipedes, chisel bobs, wood pigs, monkey peas, peevoles, tishamares, potato bugs. I love that. So bugs, chuggy pigs, crunchy bats, and Granny Grace. Are those real? I can't be. Butcher my glass of water for me while I'm gone. Will do. I will not drink it, I swear. Those are real? Oh my god. Hemi, thank you for the resub.
This is a thing you can brag about. Yay.
Yay.
Valdevia.
Oh, God. The little Mothman emote, it's called Valdev because that's all of my emotes. So I have to start with that. And then, ooh. So I just pronounced Valdevia. Thank you, Hemi. Yeah, oh, my text-to-speech is in Spanish, intentionally, because it pronounces things in English very funny. Gonna make this bigger and push it down a little bit. Playtime for me. Okay, Sombrero. Thank you for coming. Have a great night. Got 2 lesson plans to do. My statistics homework. Oh my god. Good luck. You got this. have a type of stag beetle called Cabraloda, which means blonde fish. So it's called in the north of Spain, in Galician, it's called Bacaloda, which is same, but instead of cabra, it's vaca. And so instead of goat, it's cow. And it's Bacalloria or Bacaloria, I think, in Asturiano. So the language from the region I come from. The blonde cow. Is Loda blonde? Interesting. Because it has no meaning. Like, I don't know if in Galician it has a meaning by itself, Loda. But not in Asturiano. Yeah, these two textures, they mix together quite well, actually. The dragonflies, yeah. Need to find a good color for this, but I'll probably end up doing some like color pass on the whole, like the whole background, the whole thing. Yeah, I remover. I read it before. The eye snatcher is gonna come. Because of the tiny bit of yellow fuzz they have. Oh, so that's why they're called blonde. I love that. So now it does look planet-like if we zoom out. What I guess what we don't have is something to compare the size of this. I guess that can be handled in the description if it doesn't, the image is not clear enough about it. Okay, now we have to add the swarm of the little termites. And we have this one here, which is really good. So we want to make them... So this is about the size of a dog, and this would be about the size of a rat. So... I mean, I guess it depends on the size of the specific rat and dog we're doing, but this seems pretty good. At least it is within the ballpark. And now we need to kind of place them around. So since this is meant to be a swarm, I'll kind of place them as a texture more than anything. Obviously we'll have to take care of the edges of the texture so they're not like half blended termites going around, but you know. But now we'll go fuzzy edge and just choose where they're gonna be, more or less, and then we'll choose hard edge. Completely improvise your game? But that's fun. I have completely improvised a few games. You gotta feel the rush of making something up on the spot. Where's the fun if you don't? I'm kidding, by the way. Evil Time Wizard? That sounds fun. If you guys don't come in here later, this is for a TTRPG game. It's for a homebrew world of, I think it's called Starfinder. It's, I think by the same people that do Pathfinder, but sci-fi. So that is what we're making, space termites, because this is an asteroid that they're gonna explore, and it's a huge dead tree. So of course it is full of termites. I'm kind of mixing the two textures together, so we have some of the background wood popping up between the termites. So they blend together well. And the struggle here is finding a good edge that doesn't cut any termite in half. And it still feels natural against that background. Yeah, the idea is that they kind of swarm. Like giant bugs that swarm around. And for context, we're gonna present this with some like logs that they'll be finding. Not logs as in trees, as in like written logs. Oh, googly eyes. Yeah, this was sorely lacking some googly eyes. High time we get them. Obviously the big termite needs a big googly eye, right? Oh, and thanks for the save reminder. I don't know what the actual eyes are supposed to be. I guess in the front, but it's fine. We'll just place them somewhere that feels right. But yeah, we'll... Apart from this, because this was a full story commission, so we're gonna do not only this, but out of stream I'll be doing some like exploration logs and stuff. We'll be writing those. Oh, PSB, I guess so. This part of the edge is pretty annoying. Might actually cut it further down over here. Contain the swarm a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, any other termites cut in half? We don't want that. We have kind of a blurry part here. That's pretty annoying. So I might actually just find a bit of log that looks good and just put that. Would also give us a foreground element, so we're like kind of layering the composition. Let me resaturate to this. There we go. Let's make it even bigger. Because I like that as a foreground thing. Want to remove the chance of there being little leftover things over the screen, which can be quite annoying, especially when you find them later on and you don't know what layer they're from. So you have to click around, find the layer. It's pretty annoying. Don't know what to do with this specific termite. Because it's kind of half in the shadow, so it's hard to choose a good edge for it. I guess I'll just get rid of it. Easy. Now I can add a bit of shadow on top of everything. I'm just taking the shadow that was below and moving it on top. And we have had this little swarm taking over the whole place, I guess. Now, how do you guys figure we should do a size comparison? So we have a bunch of big termites, but we have no way of knowing how big this is compared to us, compared to the human. So how do we do this? It's supposed to be like this one like scientist or explorer who's leaving these logs and these photos around. It's kind of like the evidence left behind, so that the players can learn about the world, learn about the environment and stuff. So it's supposed to be this one person investigating this planet, so this asteroid. I don't know exactly what we could use here that would imply size. Probe? Yeah, but a probe can be something that has many different sizes, right? It doesn't give you that good of an idea. Something man-made, yeah. Jesus. You're unstoppable, are you? Thank you so much. Who got gifted subs? Babs. Stephanie got one. Aethris. You guys enjoy. That's right. Also, I should fix the thing on the alerts that that kind of cuts off when the message is too long. I don't know how to fix that. We'll figure it out. It's one of those things I always think, oh yeah, I gotta get to that. Then I never really do. But one has to assume there is a way to fix that, so that it keeps scrolling down and the message doesn't get cut off. Or the size changes or something. Also, Jesus, what is a proboscis? A proboscis? I mean, we could have, it would be kind of a cheap trick, but you could have a hand pointing, like, oh, like the other hand, the one that's not taking the photo. Like, look at this thing. That doesn't give you super good idea of the size, but it can give you a ballpark. Gotta duck out for now, and I'm gonna feel the need to make a headway with this dungeon. Yeah, true. Go do that. Good luck, Iota. Wojak pointing meme. Yeah, a little bit. Be like something man-made that maybe the scientists left there. But what could that be? It has to be something that feels standard-sized. Oh, I'm in CYMK. There we go. Good now. Footprint. Could be. Oxygen tank. Yeah, oxygen tank. That would be a good one. I'm also thinking maybe we could have something that works both as an alternate source of light and also is in the frame so that we can use it for size comparison. So maybe like a flashlight or some kind of like portable light of some kind. That could be, look, we just put a log right in the foreground. So that could be on top of the log and pointing towards the termites so we can see them better in the photo. So yeah, like some sort of big flashlight or something. how do you call it? Like a spotlight, maybe. Some sort of spotlight like implement. Let's see. The thing with sci-fi, which is why I don't do a lot of sci-fi, is that it's really hard to do a futuristic gadget with like stuff from right now, unless we manage to find something that was designed to be futuristic in that way. So I mean, you could give this like some LED light ring or something, remove the brand, and it could work as a futuristic-ish thing. A banana for scale. It's mostly just people holding flashlights, which makes sense. Maybe something like a spotlight would work better. Because, you know, it's a heavier thing that you put on the ground. Let's see if we get a view of one from behind. The good thing is it doesn't have to be a super advanced gadget, because it's going to be mostly hidden since it is the source of light. The back side of it won't really be visible. It will be mostly a silhouette. So we have that going for us. But I hate how each of these is looking at the flashlight or the spotlight from the front. That we could take something like this, remove the back here, make it be the back, right? We can flip it around, and it's producing light from here. We also have two slightly different sides, which is nice. And it wouldn't feel so out of place in a futuristic setting. It's like chrome, and you know, it doesn't really stand out as old. Or if it is old, it could be like one of those like retro futuristic things. Like slightly clunky, which is a cool aesthetic. Studio lights on an asteroid, yeah, exactly. No, it's just a fancy gadget, flashlight type thing. Maybe with a little stand, you know? We could just multiply this one, put it on the front, do something like that. So it's placed over here, and it's kinda just there in the foreground, pointing, doing a circle of lights around this area. Go gadget, flashlight type thing. You know, if you're on a space mission, you definitely need some sort of flashlight type thing. For sure. Especially if you're trying to light a difficult shot. And I do something like this. Turn that into a little stand of sorts. Petition to rename all light sources to flashlight type thing. I approve of this. Okay, so we could put this somewhere here and then have a big thing of lights, a big circle. Like this. Beautiful. I'm done. Okay. We add this on overlay. Oh boy, I just saw this really bad edge. We have to fix that. There we go. This includes natural sources of light, such as stars and fire. Exactly. You think about it, every source of light is some kind of flashlight thingy. Flashlight adjacent, at the very least. Gotta go ahead, Hurdy. Oh no, chaos. Hope it goes away soon. Have a good night. And here we are, complicating things by creating a second light source. Why not, right? Where's the fun if we don't make things overly complicated, just for the sake of having an object in the frame that that can inform us about the lighting, or about the size of things. Sorry. Also, I'm not even painting out the lens in the background. I'm literally making it so dark that it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't. What's that thing called? You know, that flashlight type of thing that's in the sky in the daytime? That's probably a flashlight type thing, yeah. Formerly known as the sun. I guess if we have this very strong source of light here, I guess we can be a bit more subtle with the sun, or the star in this case. It can just be here, kinda. Even a bit lower. Yeah, the flashlight type thing, sorry. Keep forgetting the name. How about we make the light of the flashlight type thing in the sky and everything that it lights up? What if we make it less red? Because red we associate it with sunsets, we associate it with Earth. If we make it a bluish light, even like slightly green, it will feel more spacey, I think. Or not, we'll see. I guess we only have to try to see. So let's take a color layer on top of the background. The flashlight type thing set, exactly. Or the flash set. Maybe this type of light. Something more bluish, greenish. Not that strong, but just to get an idea. Ooh. Nearly dropped my water bottle. But we're good now. So this would imply changing all sorts of colors. I guess we do have some concept art of the planet. And there's a lot more purple than I was originally anticipating. So let's actually, just to make it fit with the previous concept art, because we don't want to be changing things too much. Some kind of purplish color. The color depend on the atmosphere. Yeah, I guess we don't really have an atmosphere here. We're in an asteroid, so I guess it'll depend more on the color of the actual ground. So now we add color. We bring in some of those purplish tones. Or even, yeah, this is probably smarter. A hue saturation on top. We just change the hue of it. That's better. Also, I'm wondering if I should temper down these reflections as they interact with the ground. Hey, Mega. Welcome to Space Termites. Your one-stop shop for space termites. Oh, we definitely have to do a color layer on top of the, like, the base layer of the termite. Because there are some, like, weird oranges there. That don't really match anything else anymore. They're just kinda there. Playing Hollow Knight? Nice. I think once we're done in this channel, in this stream, with Cult of the Lamb, which hopefully I'll get not tomorrow because I'll be in a stream with Jenna, I think, and not on Friday because we have an art stream. But whenever I can, we'll do some more Cult of the Lamb. Hopefully finish that game. I think there's still like one stream left to finish that game, and then after that we might play Hollow Knight. Where are the space termites finding all the space wood? Good question. They are in a giant dead tree. That's this asteroid, this little planet that they're inhabiting. Just a big old dead tree. I think it's meant to be some sort of, you know, like a world tree, like Yggdrasil in Norse mythology. Who is Knight and why are they hollow? Well, you will see when we play the game, I guess. Try to find a little bit of wood that we can use to fill up the background in this specific area, because there's kind of nothing going on there and it feels a bit empty. I'm gonna use this chunk here. Did I announce the collab? Oh, did she like tweet about it? So if she did, I missed it. I need to go share it. Or did she talk about it on stream? Have you played through it before? Yes, I've played Hollow Knight back when it came out. It was not long after it came out, I think. Gotta go to sleep. Just want to check in. Okay, Mega, you have a good sleep. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Has anybody cosplayed your creations yet? No, but that would be incredible. I hope someone does someday. If you guys cosplayed as one of my characters, which one would you pick? I want to see your takes. I don't know, I'm thinking what I would pick. Possibly one of the Megalomorpha, possibly the Alfredo or something. No, actually, I have, because I've actually thought about doing this for Halloween, is cosplaying as the fungal infection. So make some fake foam mushrooms and basically cover half of my face in them and then dress like old-timey. I think that would be very funny. The world treats a square from some kind of scene in void space. I have no idea, Dustmite. I don't know enough about the world to reply to that question. But it is a dead world tree. A mock cosplay? Yeah, true. Someone did cosplay as Mock, but I don't consider Mock technically one of my creations. I just like popularized it, but... The bug worshippers? Yeah. Yeah, the bishops with the frilly necks and the masks. You can probably get a frilly neck from some other costume. And the mask... I guess you could make that mask out of papier-mâché or something. We do have a 3D model of it, because it was a 3D model. So it could be 3D printed. It's fairly simple though. Like the 3D model itself is fairly simple. It's mostly the texturing on the model that does the job. Mushroom prosthetics. I feel like I might make that for Halloween or something, but it would be like a whole project, right? It would take some time. A fractal cosplay? Oh my god, that would be amazing, but so hard. Only a hardcore Val fan would attempt to do T. Alfredo. Ah, but it would be so fun. It would honestly be a great cosplay. It's like a fucked up mosquito. But yeah, definitely one for someone who has experience doing cosplay, because... Oh, I nearly forgot. This guy's missing legs. Because we cut those out. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing a copy of this, just kind of moving it around. And have it be the other set of legs. So we do have to... There we go. Terry cosplay would be very funny, especially if it has huge ass cheeks, I agree. The Megalomorpha angel statues? Yeah. This could be done. I think the hardest part would be the wings and stuff, but... Could be done by someone like experienced or really good at cosplay. Okay, nice. Now we do have another set of legs. Yeah, the moth on the church wall, but that you need a huge inflatable ass. Decent exposure. Oh yeah, I lied. Not technically cosplay, but someone did make a makeup and like a little prosthetic makeup with the mushrooms. Someone did make some like fake mushrooms and stuff. It was good. I saw it on Instagram. Really cool stuff. Someone in chat probably has a huge inflatable ass. Hey chat, which of you has a huge inflatable ass? Please raise your hands. A Googly L cosplay. Oh my god, that would be great. You could probably do some like humanized version of Googly L, and that would work really well, I think. Like just something with a bunch of wings and a bunch of googly eyes. Talking about googly eyes, I'm gonna have to hide it because we need to focus on the face for a while. Get that working. Okay, this part in the back, it does make sense that it's so shiny, I think. Unless it's being covered by the flashlight, but no, not really. So I'll probably just leave a little bit of rim light around it from the sunsets. Toga outfit, multiple wings, googly eyes all over it. That would be so good. And that one seems more achievable. And like more wearable. I feel like another more achievable one would be like a big Terry mask. It's just a sphere mask with some holes cut out for to see and stuff. But it would be like giving Terry a human body. I think that would work, honestly. Thinking what to do with this. Gonna remove that shiny bit and I'm gonna add it somewhere else. I think you mean blueberry dress. True. Oh, that would be such a fun one to do a cosplay of. Do blueberry dress googly owl. Which is canon, by the way. Hey, freeloader. Hope you like termites. So we have this little shiny part that we can add maybe on screen or lighten. You got a cannon drawing. Yeah, I think Googleyl sometimes likes to come down to earth and just do normal things for a day. And they just like to try on a dress sometimes. You know, a terrifying angel doesn't have many chances to look cute, so... Gotta take it when you can. If I had nickel for every time I had an idea that was integrated into canon, I had 2 nickels. What was the other one? First thing I thought was Googleyl playing tennis. Sure, I feel like they would try it once or twice. Just to see what all the fuzz is about. Oh, Bubble Tea Weevil. Oh, true. You were the one. Yeah, true. You were the one that suggested the Bubble Tea. I'm gonna darken the face quite a bit to make it feel creepier. It's also cool because it has no eyes. No discernible eyes. I guess they're on the front, really, but just a big head with no eyes. The fuzz is on the tennis balls. Technically correct. Oh, I guess we gotta draw shadows, right? At least things are pretty covered by, you know, the lights just being very strong. So things over here are not that visible. Oh, I also got an idea. Hold on. There, hand took off. You know the queen termite and how she has an enormous ass? Abdomen, but you know what I mean. What if we give this one a really big abdomen? Not like that big, because it would go out of the frame and then what's the point? But we take the actual abdomen and just make it cover a bunch of this area. Just like take a separate layer of the same thing. Oh, put it outside, please. Then just select the abdomen. And remove all the rest. I guess I had this little bit here that escaped my grasp. Seems to be all good. Suggested that Terry would be affected by Earth's roach limits. I wouldn't say that's half a nickel. That's a full nickel there. That was a really good one. because that idea kind of led to the whole concept of Terry creating the meat rain and then like reproducing that way. So it was part of a bigger cascade of ideas, but it was definitely very important in that. So thank you for that one, Sean. It's always fun to brainstorm stuff together. Like I feel like we can come up with really good ideas if we combine our minds in that way. Whoa, what happened there? The zoom tool being silly. Semi-major role in the Terry series. You have. Honestly, a bunch of people in chat have, because we brainstormed that series like in the moment. So a bunch of people contributed ideas that made it in. We combine our minds, we would have a brain with an extra brain cell. It is chat's brain cell. We would have 2 brain cells total. Mine and yours. That's how powerful we can be together. Big abdomen. Yeah, that definitely makes it feel, I don't know, bigger, a bit more threatening. Just a touch more threatening. They call us the Double Trouble. While contributing to things, and I love when we come up with stuff together. It's honestly very fun. It's like I would say it is an integral part of my art process. It's just, even if it's just like me explaining my ideas aloud to you guys or to anyone else, but it's really helpful to me to explain or to just speak my ideas out loud, because before I just talk about them with someone, they exist as like nebulous ideas in my brain. They're not super settled. But the moment I have to try to explain it to someone and have it make sense, my brain kind of puts everything in order, and you know, it manages to make it all make sense. It's great. Seems so complex. Honestly, there's learning curve, but it's not that bad. It feels scarier than it probably is. So if you wanna give it a try and learn Photoshop, It's honestly just getting past that first hump. Because there are so many different ways of doing the same thing in Photoshop. So I feel like there's this general rule of thumb that I use, that knowing about 30% of the program, you can do 70% of the things. Even if it's not the most efficient way, you can like manage to do them. So if you have something in mind, you can make it work. And that's as much as you need, honestly. If you got that, you're pretty much all the way there. Then it's all about finding better ways of doing things, finding like very specific little tricks, and making a better workflow. But that's about it. Once you know the basics, you're pretty much good to go. That's when the brain cell hits the corner of the skull. It bounces around like a DVD screensaver. I love that. There's so much empty space just floating around. Am I need to use it for graphic design? Yeah, definitely. There's a bunch of graphic design stuff you can make in Photoshop. Your tips and learn Photoshop? Like, at what level? That's a hard one to answer, honestly. Like, just very general tips. It's hard to give. But if you were looking for anything specific, let me know, and I can try to explain. Mega beginner? Honestly, something that's good at any level, not only beginners, is just like every time you see a tool you're not super familiar with, just like give it a try. Do something with it. Like, okay, I don't know what the difference layer mode does. So you create a new layer, you put it on difference, and you paint stuff. Like, okay, what does this do? So I'm painting with black, and it's showing up here, but it's not doing anything. Now I'm painting with white. Oh, it is inverting. Okay, so what happens if I paint with gray now? Well, it can't invert, but only certain colors. That's interesting. Now you know how to use the difference tool. My brain cell is probably better than everyone else's. Tell this because it is smooth. Yeah, everyone knows that smooth brains are better. Wrinkly brains, ugly. Don't need that. Also 4 cubes in Archon. Welcome, folks. Catching us at the silly part of the stream. Well, that's probably every part, honestly. Okay, so this whole thing is foreground. Put this right above. There we go. We could technically move this around and still make it still make some sense, but I think what I want to do is make it slightly bigger. Welcome to the silly zone. flailing your arms until something cool happens. Yeah, that is a lot of Photoshop. Honestly, there is a lot of trial and error. With Photoshop, your main goal, not always, obviously, but with this type of photo manipulation, your main goal will usually be realism. And realism, how your brain interprets something as real or fake, is very fuzzy and subjective, and honestly, there's no science on it. There probably is, but for practical purposes, there is no science on making something realistic. You kind of just have to try stuff and go back and forth and, you know, try a few different approaches sometimes. So lots of trial and error, and that not only at the beginner level. You'll obviously do more trial and error at a beginner level, but I do try on. You guys see me do try things and then remove them and try it again and try different approaches to the same thing until I feel that I've got it right. It's a lot of Photoshop. Also, honestly, this comet here, as fun as it is, it's kind of distracting me. Hold on, just gonna copy some stars or something. Getting annoyed by the comments. Yeah, but honestly, no science. Like, a lot of it is just feeling it. It's just like going by feel. And a lot of that is something you develop as you make stuff. So, stuff that maybe you guys will see me obsess over and go like, oh, why is it trying so hard to get this little bit of light that doesn't really matter to feel realistic. Maybe what to you or to someone untrained feels pretty inconsequential actually has a lot of bearing on the final image and how it feels. Or maybe I'm wrong too. Like, maybe I'm obsessing over something that doesn't really have any importance. Because it is all subjective at the end of the day. God, there's a lot of layers to make this little bit here work. There it is. That's the whole section. Gotta call it main, because it's a main area. What are some new things you've learned about Photoshop, even after using it for years? Tons of new things, honestly. I was just talking about the difference blending mode. I've never really thought of, like, used the difference blending mode, or even if I have used it, I never really contemplated like what its uses could be. The other day I saw a really interesting video on some interesting uses for the difference blending mode. It can create some fun effects that could be useful for some old photos. So for example, if I take this and let me really quickly find a grunge texture. And that was like the other day. Like, I'm constantly learning new things. Just like going to the last one I could think of. Let's see. Find some grunge or something. If we get this, if you guys remember, the difference blending mode, if it is black, it does nothing. If it is white, it inverts the image. And if it is gray, it kind of goes somewhere in between. So you can add this, put it on difference mode. That's an interesting effect right there. Could be used for a poster or something. Or if you're careful with it, to maybe knock out, kind of burn some parts of the image. And controlling it like this. See what it's doing here when it's just pretty dark, but barely a little bit of gray. What it does is the black parts of the base image, it turns them white. And it just adds all this super granular texture. Really interesting. And really useful to add texture to an image in a new way. So there we go. The ants are back. Finally. I missed you. The marching ants. Really appropriate for today's stream too. You missed the birth of space termites? It's fine, it's fine. You're still catching them in time, Agent. Welcome. Just wrapped up my statistics homework. Hell yeah. Oh, you know something? I wonder how could replicate this effect. Okay, let me take a copy of this, put it in normal, remove all this, and let me see. I'm gonna multiply it by 3, and these are gonna be R, G, and B. What I'm trying to do is, okay, so now the 3 of them combined create the original layer. They all fuse and create whites, right? 90% correct. Nice. 98%. Oh, make me self-remote. Yo, I don't know if it's too late already, but you might. Let me check. Let me check real quick. Because I think they tell you here, or in notifications. You are still in time to enter the Patreon and get this month's postcard. And I'm gonna do something really unorthodox and show the actual postcard that I'm gonna send before I send it. Just for you guys, I'm just gonna flash it on screen real quick. I usually show it like late next month, but just for you guys, check this out. It is Terry. We were talking about Terry the Meat Planet. So this is going to be the postcard for Patreon that I'm going to send at the end of this week. If you joined like literally right now, you get access to it, but you have like maybe a few minutes left. Just a few minutes. Otherwise, you can join, even if you join a little bit later, and you'll get the one next month. But that one specific Terry one, it's just going to be available for this, for the next few minutes. Chad is so happy. Gotta force me to self-promote. And also like at the right time, because there's not that much time left there. Okay, so back to what we actually wanted to make. I'm gonna take these RGB layers in this kind of flashlight-like thing. And did I call it a flashlight-like thing again? I guess I did. And I'm just gonna move them around and hopefully get an interesting edge with a couple colors that shine through. I don't like the yellow. Maybe blue and red. So it feels like the flashlight has a little bit of color to it. So now we combine them. We put that back on screen. Now it's our flashlight. Which one is the sticker tier? That is the third tier. It's called Assistant Researcher. The first tier will only get you all the digital rewards, which includes a newsletter that I've just posted today with all the stuff I posted in August. Second tier will get you the all the digital stuff plus the postcards physically, and third tier will give you that plus a sticker every month. So the sticker one is Assistant Researcher. You want to get a sticker? Yeah, you can get it. Like you are still in time to get the one this month. The sticker sheet is going to be the same one for at least the foreseeable future. As soon as I run out of stickers to give to people, I'll make some new ones. But for the foreseeable future, you'll get all the ones on that sticker. Just each month is going to be a random one, and I'll make sure there's no repeats. I'll put them in a little Excel sheet or something, so that I know which ones I've given you already. So unless you want a repeat of a specific one, I can make sure you don't get the same one twice. Okay, where's the lights? Here. There we go. So now, instead of just being a flashlight, now the edges have a color to them. A bit more interesting. But yeah, no worries. I'll make sure the postcards don't repeat, because I think it's fun to get a randomness aspect to it, but it's not fun if you get the same one twice. Loot boxes and gambling. It's not loot box. Getting a random sticker is legally not defined as gambling. Come on. Also, yes, I'll repeat this. You can try a kiwi with the skin on, it is fine. Like, it's literally... like, unburden yourself from the pressures of society. Just, instead of cutting a kiwi and eating it with a spoon, just clean the skin like any other fruit, and then just take a big bite out of it. It's fine. You won't even feel the skin. It's so thin. And the skin has a lot of nutrients in it. So you're literally missing out on nutrients. I have gotten a lot of shit for saying that you can eat kiwis with the skin on. You know who gave me shit for it? Cowards. Famous horror artist Valdevia caught promoting gambling to impressionable audiences. Oh my god. Like, before you judge me, the next time you have a kiwi, try it with the skin on, and you'll see it's no big deal. And if I have a kiwi, and I don't always have it with the skin on, but sometimes you want a kiwi on the go, right? It's the only annoyance about eating it with the skin on is that it's very juicy, so you might get your hand kind of like kiwi juices on your hand. So if you want to be clean, you can eat it with a spoon. But honestly, you can just do whatever. Eat it with a fuzz on, you coward. Yeah, exactly. You turn kiwis portable. That is incredible. Kiwis are great fruit. Also, we were talking about naming foods as marketing tactics. I saw this in the same video as the pepper one. The name for kiwis, or kiwi fruit, is a much later invention. The fruit that we know as kiwi fruit is originally from China, and they brought it to New Zealand and they started, you know, producing it there. But it was really hard to sell outside of New Zealand because it had a Chinese name and it didn't really have like an English name that was easy to remember. So they tried a few ones that didn't really work, and then they said, okay, what is an animal from New Zealand that kind of looks like the kiwi fruit? And it's this little fuzzy thing called kiwi. And they said, okay, great name, let's use that. They started using it, and it blew up. It became a really popular fruit because it had a fun, like, easy to remember name in part, and the rest is history. And another case of marketing naming things. I bet Chad doesn't eat bell pepper unless it's cooked. Oh, you know what? I should make a stream reward where I ate a kiwi live with the skin on. Maybe even a bell pepper, but we'll see. Another fun one would be just straight up taking a bite out of a tomato. Just like eating it like a fruit. Which I bet wouldn't even be that bad, honestly. It would just be kind of messy. Y'all don't eat tomatoes like apples? You do? Casually eat whole raw bell peppers like apples. That's a power move right there. Okay, let's try out some color looks. I think there's definitely has to be some purple. Maybe like some purple blue in the shadows. And then the highlights can have some like cold bluish tone to go with the with this flashlight type thing. Pretty nice. Purples and blues, beautiful together, always work well. Top tier color combo for sure. Then I want to go high contrast. I want to make the space really dark, and then the highlights that come through the sun and everything that's hit here really bright to compare, to contrast well. We could turn the exposure down a little bit and make things a little bit more spooky. Anyone in chat ever eat jicama? Jicama? I don't know how to say it. I don't know what that is. Who's the chat weird that eats onions like apples? Hold on, gotta look up what that jicama is. Oh, I've never had that. What I've been really enjoying is pitaya, which is the, I think it's dragon fruit in English. This thing. It's so good, and it's produced locally here in the. I've never had it before because I lived in an area where this kind of cactus doesn't really grow. But now I live in an area where you can find them locally grown, and so I gave it a try. It's really good. Hey Fubs, what's that? The fruits or the termites? Those are termites, space termites specifically. Aren't dragon fruit a nothing flavor? No, they're really tasty. I mean, they're not the strongest fruit, but they're really tasty. Did you guys know that the Canary Islands, where I live, are the producers of 60% of the bananas that are eaten in Europe? The whole continent. 60%. Bananas are like the main export here. So you can literally find them for like dirt cheap here, there, and they're very good. They're like, they're grown right next door, right? So really good. I have a ton of bananas here. I always have some. Thank you, Fabs. You are in the banana zone. Welcome to the banana zone. You've just tuned in to the banana zone. Honestly, I think it was a good choice to have the flashlight type thing here, because it just creates like a circle here in the middle. It just creates a nice atmosphere that kind of feels cold and oppressive, like space should be. It's good. I like it. that was a voice. You wish you could find cheap bananas? Come over to the Canary Islands. Oh, that's the before and after. That certainly makes a difference, doesn't it? Banana poi. Never heard of that. What is it? Tell me about this mysterious banana poi. It's like banana pudding. Interesting. There's so many bananas. They're piled up in the streets in people's houses. They've even been found in the human bloodstream. They don't know where these bananas are coming from. They just keep appearing. It's estimated that islands will be completely engulfed in bananas by 2024. That's very good. The banana plague is real. Be careful out there, y'all. You think you're safe out there, right? Might come to you soon. Don't sit too comfortably in that chair. Soon it might be bananas. Meant banana plague in the same way that there's a potato famine. No, I prefer the banana plague in the sense that everything gets turned into bananas. That's the real banana plague that we should be worried about. They unpeel themselves and we all trip on them. Okay, what is with banana peels and tripping? Have you guys ever seen, don't lie to me, have you ever seen someone trip on a banana peel in real life? Why is it such a trope? When I was a kid, I thought slipping on banana peels was gonna be a much higher concern than it actually became. I've been lied to. We have been lied to. You don't trip on banana peels. Quicksand is not a real danger we have to deal with. Why did they lie to us as kids? It's fucked up. The peels create a slippery molecule? Yeah, but have you actually ever seen someone slip on a peel? Outside of media and movies and silly goofs and Mario Kart. You have? You have slipped on a banana peel, Mectal? It will be a danger soon if we don't stop the banana plague, true. Shit sleepy? Really? Is it that slippery? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it is a real thing in the sense that, you know, quicksand is also real. But movies and comedy shows and video games made it appear like it was a much bigger threat than it actually is. People maliciously putting banana peels on the ground to wait for someone to slip. Okay, so I'm doing some like top level edits. Do people have banana allergies? Yeah, you can have allergies to so many things. There have been 4 recorded deaths from banana peels. Are you kidding? Is it a real thing that you looked up? Did you know that a man who survived going over the Niagara Falls in a barrel died from slipping on an orange peel? Oh no. "1990 Bronx Warriors," which is an Italian sci-fi? What? Also, we gotta go to effects. Add our classic little bit of grain. Because we need to hide our own mistakes. Important. Oh, should we do... let me try some... Should we do the same thing that we did for the flashlights and just separate the RGB channels? All these are G and B. Does that not work? Okay, I guess it does work. So now, if we go to here and go to optics, we can distort it a little bit. And boom, funky. Why doesn't it move? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me do something real quick. No one speaks English in it, speaks English, and the dub is terrible. Different gangs. One of them wears armor that's basically like giant menstrual pads. On the jazz tap dance. The main guy's name is Trash. Oh my god, that sounds like a bad and fun movie, honestly. Okay, so now what I want to do is make it so that the center is not super badly aligned, but everything that's outside has a bunch of chromatic aberration. This termite's got no oxygen. Who tells you it needs oxygen? See, that was your first mistake. Do something in space earlier? Draw space, just not on the background. So we could have some chromatic aberration. I feel like this is too much though. Like it's too large of an aberration there. So we can fix it. I can fix you. Aren't termite mounds full of methane? Really? I had no idea. Okay, now the center is still right, I think, yeah. But these parts are have a bit less aberration. It's essentially like a nice little finishing touch. If we won't go for it, I'll let the client decide. So they live in the UK, I think. So that makes it hard for them to see this stream, but they might see the VOD. Hi, if you're on the VOD, hope you're liking it so far. But yeah, I will let them decide. But yeah, that's like the main composition I wanted to make. I wanted something that had space, the planet itself, or the asteroid, the giant dead tree, that had the termites, and that had something to compare the size, even if it's kind of fuzzy, like, you know, some piece of equipment, something that ended up also being a nice lighting tool. So we can have a bit of everything. We can show both the world and the specifics. The entire asteroid is just one big termite mound. Yeah. You're either a smart fella or a fart smeller, like these guys, yeah. You either die a smart fella or live long enough to see yourself become a fart smeller. So deep. So yeah, this has been really fun, honestly. But I think we're done with this one. There's the signature thing. I'm gonna forgo the signature for the moment, because I do want to include. There's gonna be more, not specifically art like this one, but there's gonna be a bunch of like audio recordings and stuff, and not audio recordings, like lost written like logs or stuff like that, and I want to include it in there in the logs, so that might be more interesting than here, because I guess maybe on the thing here itself that would be a decent place to put it. Do something real quick. Few things I want to fix up. Oh, this should be normal, not soft light. Few things I want to fix up in terms of lighting now that I'm noticing. And there are some parts in the mound here, the main mound we're looking at. There are some parts that are weirdly lit that don't really work. So I can do that on top before without having to go back and redo all the filters. If we do need to go back for anything else, we can just do it on the layer itself. It would take a second. Wouldn't really be a hard thing, but we're kind of just giving it a quick little fix, just to fix something that was bothering me a bit as I was looking back at it. Nothing huge, just a couple of lighting tweaks. And while we're at it, let's actually do the signature. Because we can just put it on the equipment here itself. And, oh, don't tell me, yeah, it broke. Okay. Let it save. I'm gonna wait a second for it to save. Then I'm gonna close it, and then we're gonna reopen it. Because the display broke. That's something that happens sometimes. It's a well-known Photoshop bug that they've never bothered to fix. Yay, thank you Adobe. Thank you Adobe for adding a useless NFT button that doesn't even do anything. Just like pandering to the NFT crowd. And not fixing well-known bugs that have been out there for years. Great company. Love them. Okay, Photoshop, don't break. God damn it. Gotta wait for it. There it is. You did it, Photoshop. NFT stands for no fucking thanks. NFT stands for non-flowering tulip. What are some other good ones I saw? The drill one was the only NFTs I deal with is nerds in the fucking trash can. understanding of Photoshop is that breaking is a core competency. It does break a fair amount. It's not as bad as Premiere. Premiere is like horribly broken. Non-functioning testicle is a really good one. Can be right here over the vents. Maybe as an overlay with a little bit of blur, of course. Oh. Yeah, Photoshop's being silly, but that's fine. We just got the signature in there. And of course, the googly eye. But before we add the googly eye, we do have to save this. Termites.jpg. Funny Adobe video in the Discord. In which place in the Discord? Nice fucking tits, yeah. Also, we had to fix the googly eyes, hold on. That's better. Also, what if the eyes were like stupidly oversized? Just like the whole... Why does it... Just like the whole termite. What if they were just silly? And pointing down, of course, because it is a googly eye and it works with gravity. Beautiful. Damn Theater. Oh yeah, the James Lee one. That's a very good one. I've seen that, yeah. Majestic. Thank you, Jesus. Especially the googly eye looks majestic. I think we can all agree on that. We can even give it its own shadow. Why do I like going overboard on the googly eyes? They're just meant to be. They're meant to be a PNG that I just slap on top and forget about. And I keep doing... I keep doing shadows and stuff. Hi. Beautiful. Look at that. It's so overdone. Now it's in its real final form, isn't it? Can't be any better than this. Can you imagine if I forget someday and I got this for a commission, I just send this to the clients with the googly eye. Like I just get used to it and forget. Okay, let us go back to camera because I think we're done. We're done with this little image here. I don't know if the stream stuttered. I think that was Photoshop like having a hard time saving. There's probably a bunch of super big layers in here because the amount of layers was not that big, but it is a 5 GB document, which doesn't make sense for this size. So there's probably a bunch of stuff that's repeated that shouldn't be, a bunch of layers that are not simplified enough and they're just kind of silly. I don't know, a bunch of that kind of stuff, I bet. Googlies are permanent then? No, it's alright. Nobody's paid that many points. I think thankfully for everybody. Because this is for a client. Now, I was just saying, imagine if creating little situations in my brain. Thank you so much for the gift itself, Jesus. Where should I post the free movie library on the server? Oh, I guess the damn theater. Who got Bobby Joe, Magoo, Nihilist Puppet? Yo, enjoy your gift itself. Thank you so much, Jesus. Like getting to the point where everybody's gonna have emotes, which is great. We're democratizing the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Everyone can have them. Thank you, Jesus. And while we chat, I've been reducing, like simplifying a bunch of the background, and it's reducing the size of the image exponentially. So I think that was the problem. I think that might have been the problem all along. Posted there with recommendations on how to get rid of any pop-up if that happens. Hell yeah. Doing the Lord's work right there. Absolute Chad move. The Fresno Nightcrawlers. They're going into battle. Against whom, you might ask? That matters not. Okay, I finally got this document down to 3 GB, which is like a pretty good decrease. There's still probably stuff out there that is way too large, but at least it's not 5 GB. I think that's all I can do there. Just 3 gigs. Sounds good. Okay, there we go. Big termite with a big googly eye. And I managed to simplify it at least somewhat. I think it could be better, but there's probably some big layer out there like holding out the whole thing. That's probably also why Photoshop broke a little. Lights up my world like a flashlight type thing. We love flashlight type things. It's a bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, okay. Tomorrow I will be in Jenna's channel for a little guests. At least if the plan is still afoot, I think it will be. But yeah, we will be on Jenna's channel and we'll be playing some games. It's gonna be a fun one. Goof, I'm gonna link to Jenna's stuff Jenna's channel, so you guys can not miss it. The Jenna. Yeah, I will tag you guys on the server for sure. I will use the server tag. You guys on the server. Oh, Jenna was hosting me, and I heard myself. Yeah, go follow Jenna. Her link is right there on the in the chat, and so you will be there tomorrow. Don't miss it. On Friday we'll have another art stream. I don't know exactly what we'll do, but we do have another commission for Sombrero Cucumber, who you guys know from this chat, and we still have to choose like exactly what creature we're going to be depicting and stuff. There's a few options, but we may be able to just like do it on the spot if Sombrero's here. It could be more fun. But yeah, that might be for Friday, and then at some other point I have to stream Cult of the Lamb because I really want to finish that game. It's been so fun so far. It's great to have you guys be part of the cult. It's always so cool. If you miss those streams and want to catch up on some Cult of the Lamb, do check them out there under the videos tab. You have 3 episodes. They're fairly long, but you can just skip around. It's fine. And yeah, I'll let you guys know. It's probably going to be kind of improvised. Like whatever day I just have a little while to stream, I'll fire it up. But yeah, I think that's going to be all. Thank you to all the people who subscribed to the Patreon during the stream. I think we got Mechtel upgraded the pledge. Who else? Anna also upgraded the pledge. So yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys will get your stickers. What else? I think that is all, y'all. It's been a fun one. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Do not miss Jenna's stream. I'll be watching who's here and who isn't. Who are the real ones. Guys, have a great time zone, and I'll see you tomorrow.